What up everyone? I hope you're all doing well. Just a quick disclaimer before this video starts. While I'm deciding the future of the YouTube channel, I decided to go ahead and post some of the footage I've been storing up that never got around to editing. I really appreciate everyone's comments the other day on the channel a lot. It gave me a little bit of a boost of energy just to go ahead and get this content out for everyone. So I'm going to work on some of the content I have that I never posted from 2019, and I did one hunt this year that I can work on as well too. So I'm going to be trying to put those out in the meantime until I make my decision, so I wanted to get that out of the way. This is part 2 of my trip at the end of 2019, Civil War relic hunting with BirdDogg. So without further ado, here's the dig. I dug a solid signal here in the high 70s, and I got the coolest little lock ever. Little brass lock. That's amazing. It's a neat little thing. I can't wait to clean that up. Cool little relic right there. Right around the base of this gigantic tree. A quick look at the padlock cleaned up. Nice green patina on it. It's possible this could go back to the Civil War era. I'm really not sure. You can tell it was used a long time. Look at that little groove in the top there. How it was really worn down. But yeah, neat little relic. On to the next. So this is a property we're searching around now. We don't have permission to be right around the main house, but there's a house over here that's probably built in like the 50s or something, not super old, but we've been looking for Civil War relics. I came into the thick brush back here, and over here there's like a young little forest of pines, and there wasn't many signals in there. Coming down in through here by this old stone wall, I've noticed that it's overgrown, but it runs the whole way down along the edge here, so I've been beating through all this brush trying to find signals, and I did find something. I don't know how old it is, but some sort of little like copper hook. Could be brass. I gotta clean it up more, but it definitely has some age on it, that's for sure. So I'll keep looking around this stone wall here. We'll see if we can pull anything else interesting out. So after cleaning this up, I am pleased to announce this is a relic from the American Civil War. I knew when I found it, it had the potential to be old, but having never seen one before, I wasn't certain. It turns out that this is what's called a musket sling hook. Now, I couldn't find any pictures online that weren't copyrighted in order to show for the video, but it's quite simple. The musket would have been worn around the neck with a strap hooked onto the musket on two different ends of it. So this is one of those hooks, and there would have been some material attached to it right here, and then of course it would have been slung around the shoulder and attached on the other side. So this indeed was attached to a Civil War musket at some point to make it easier to carry. So of course I'll never know exactly who lost it, but really interesting find. Definitely a bucket lister for me to find this by that old stone wall. It was really fun, and then after this you'll see what's coming up in the video, and you'll know for certain there's Civil War relics in the area. It really makes me wonder, having found that hook up against the dilapidated stone wall, is it possible that the owner of that musket was taking cover from enemy fire during the Civil War? Or perhaps just taking a break and setting his musket up against the side of the wall? Who knows? But it's interesting to ponder these things. Okay, so I'm back by the railroad in a clearing here, and I believe this is where an old home site used to sit. I was told that there was one on this property, and I believe it was all right in through here and it was filled in. There's all sorts of gravel and clay and all sorts of material pushed around, so I'm just walking around with my shovel and trying to find the edges of where the property might have kind of ended and have like a backyard. So I just walked around, started pushing the shovel in to see if I was hitting rocks or kind of original soil. And after I got to this back portion here, I finally hit original soil and not rocks. So I'm going to work this back edge between about here in the railroad and see if we can pop out any relics or coins. But yeah, there's a lot of old trash down in here. There's a hole here with a bunch of fire ants in it. They kind of crawled around down at the bottom, but all sorts of junk metal. So we'll keep working it and see if anything pops out. I'm looking around this little brick building again. Haven't found a whole lot around it. And I randomly came down here, out toward the driveway, hit a coin signal. I thought it was just going to be a modern penny or maybe my first wheat cent of the day. And it looks like I got a silver dime. I Can't quite see what it is. I don't think it's going to be super old. So I think this was dropped from the time this house was built, you know, not from the older Civil War activity around then. So it's probably from the 1950s, give or take. But I'm going to go ahead and show BirdDogg and leave it in the clod there. But it was like 2 inches down here, so I'm going to coin shoot this area real quick and we'll go pop this out and see what it is.
I don't know what this is. It sounded real faint, and then it got better as I went. It's a disc and it's brass. I'm hoping it's a button, but it's probably a coin, knowing my luck. Probably not what I want, but let's see what it is. It's a washer. Even worse than both of those. Well, I thought that was just a washer, but this is actually a token of some sort. It says no cash value. I don't know what it'll say on the other side yet, but that's pretty neat. So, keep hunting in these little patch of woods. There's JD right there. Looks like he's got something in his hand. What do you got?
Got something for you.
Yeah?
Between that big brick building and the driveway, this little silver dime.
Oh!
It's not too old. I think it's a Roosevelt dime.
But that's good stuff.
Yeah, probably dropped when that brick place was built over there. That's a token. That is cool.
Sure is. It says no cash value on
Looks
this.
like an old one.
I don't know what it says on the other side yet, but
Almost looks like some of those old cigar tokens or something.
I got a couple mini balls in here too.
Oh, really?
A 3-ringer and an infield.
Sweet. There's stuff in here. All right, so we are back here bushwhacking again. I came back here to find BirdDogg, and he's got some finds to report too. Let me go ahead and show yours first, and then we'll pop that. He found this old token back here. It says no cash value, but it looks like an early one. Probably early 1900s on that, if I had to guess, but who knows. And he's got a couple Civil War relics back here. Would you say an Enfield and a mini ball?
Yeah,
that's the Enfield, right?
I believe that's the Enfield, and then we got a 3-ringer
So sweet,
there.
There's stuff back here. And I found that little hook back here.
Yeah.
When I came back here, I found that hook in a modern pull tab. But
carbine sling hook.
Yep. And we're gonna go ahead and pop this dime out. I brought the clod back here just so we can check it out. And we'll see if we can see the date. But it's gonna, yep, it's definitely a silver Roosevelt dime. And just kind of rub it there just enough to see the date. 1961, so just squeaked it out on that one.
Good deal.
But hey, we're getting stuff.
Yeah,
I think I'll join you back here. It's about 100 years older, right?
Seems to be.
Yeah, let's do it. A little bit of silver is never a bad thing. Got myself a 1961 silver Roosevelt dime, minted in Denver. Maybe one of these days I'll get myself a Civil War period coin that was potentially dropped by a soldier. I found coins from that era before, but for some reason at the Civil War sites, I can never squeak out a period coin. So maybe it's coming in the future, but for now, we'll take it. Well, I had to work for this one. I'm down here by this tree. It's been hollowed out for a long time, and down under all this brush, I heard a signal. Started clearing all the branches and stuff out of the way. Dug down quite a bit there. And it looks like I got me an Enfield bullet. Definitely no rings on that one. So yeah, it's in here, deep in the brush. Got some thorns? Been there, done that. Another signal down here on the other side of this rotted out tree. I knew it was shallow and probably wasn't a bullet, but looks like I got me a bird band from 2002. That's pretty cool. I'll have to look this up later. But thankfully it's not like the last one that still had the foot in it. Or I should say the whole leg. But alright, that's pretty cool. Moving on. I'm checking around the bases of some of these gigantic trees that have rotted out over the years, and I figured if there were some fired bullets back in here, maybe they struck the tree a long time ago, and as it decomposes, they end up around it, because that would have taken up a lot of space when it was a live tree. And bullets are gonna hit anything that's in its path, so figured it's a good idea to try anyway. Swing around inside there. You just never know. A lot of brushing through here. But have the sensitivity way up. Any little peep, kind of investigating, kicking the brush out of the way, seeing if the signal gets any better. Let's keep working the cracks and I'll get back at you if I find anything else. I'm searching around this stone wall again. It's kind of fallen down over the years. Had a blasting signal down here in the boulders and I pulled this out. I almost want to say that looks like a crushed old flashlight, one of the old metal ones, but I could be wrong on that. Who knows? Amazing signal though. We'll take it. Let's go check in on BirdDogg and then we'll come back to this hole in a second. Guess my flashlight's my pointer.
Where'd it go? Had it.
Do the disappearing act. So what, you already pulled one out of that hole?
Yeah.
Is it a mini ball?
Yeah. Yep, it was a 3-ringer.
Oh, yeah, 3-ringer. Awesome.
I must have driven it down here deeper.
While he's digging that, I just pulled this one out of the hole over there by me, so it looks like we're into a spot where there's quite a few of them, so we're going to definitely poke around here longer. Yeah, that is down there quite a ways, huh? Let's see one come out live.
Might have to get my Turkish tickler out. I want to see it come flying out of there.
Is that it?
Well, what about that? A modern bullet casing.
I know, that's crazy.
Was a Civil War bullet.
Huh. Yeah, just a brass casing.
Well,
wow. Hey, well, it's down there. That's weird though how that happened. Yeah, there's a lot of trash back here too and different stuff, but hey, Civil War relics back here. We ain't gonna give up. A brief look at the 2 Civil War period bullets I found in those woods. Really happy to pop them out of there. Got one standard mini ball and one Enfield, so at least they got one of each. And the Enfield has all sorts of like kind of scrape marks on it, so I'm not sure if that was a reject or what happened. But yeah, it's got a lot of character, that's for sure. But solid lead from the American Civil War. Gotta love it. Well, I think I found the modern trash pit where they pitched a lot of the stuff from one of the houses that was back here. I'm going to poke around through it and just sift around just to see if there's anything old mixed in. Like there might have been stuff thrown out from an older house, but there's just all kinds of junk and metal and plastic all through here in this pile here. Piece of a reflector. There's like electronics. All kind of stuff. Huh. That's pretty crazy. And just some modern plastics over there. Seems to be mostly metal in this section. That's styrofoam. Huh. Like I said, I'll look around a minute, but if I don't see anything old, I'm going to keep moving out of this section. And welcome to the wrap-up. Got some really interesting stuff to show here, but before I do that, just in case you didn't subscribe to BirdDogg's channel from our last collaboration, I'm going to put his channel link in the description and in the comments. Be sure to check out his metal detecting and other videos. So I'm going to do the super awesome pant leg wrap-up here, and every time I move these heads of this lamp down to shine on my legs, dead ladybugs and flies fall out because when they're up like that, they get in there and they die and they end up all over my floor. That's beside the point. Here are the interesting things we found at that permission, or I should say I found, so you should check out BirdDogg's videos to see some of his finds from that location. I ended up with that 1961 silver dime. I did get 2 other coins I didn't film, a 1971 D copper cent and a 1998 zinc penny, which was around that house that was torn down. I got that awesome little padlock. This here, I found these before. I can't remember exactly what it's for, that cap. I think it's a cap for like an old distillery or something. Can't remember. Didn't really look at that too much. Of course, we got that hook from the musket, which is really awesome, that strap hook. And this is a really interesting piece. I didn't think anything of it when I dug it, but it's got a really bizarre design on it and a hole punched through it. It's some kind of heavy aluminum, and it's busted off here. I don't know. It's really strange. Figured that definitely had to go into the wrap-up. I thought it looked like hands at first, but that would be way too many fingers. But that's a really odd piece right there. No idea. I found this and I figured it's worth showing because of the Civil War relics coming out of the ground. It's just a really bizarre shape. I have no idea what this could have been from as a ladybug lands on my pant leg. No idea on this one. Looks like it could be partly melted. I don't know, really bizarre. Never found anything like it before. Could it be Civil War related? I have no idea. Answers in the comments, please. He's possessing that zinc penny retirement savings. Got the little bird band there if anybody wants to research that. I'm not going to take the time to do it. If you want to figure out what kind of bird it was, where it's from, you should be able to find it from that information there if you want to pause the video. And then, of course, the 2 bullets. So it was an awesome hunt. Thanks everyone for watching. Thanks again BirdDogg for having me down, and I'm going to try to release a video soon where I invited BirdDogg to hunt somewhere with me. So I'll try to get that up soon. Anyway, take care everyone. I'll see you next time.